I know when I would attend events like this, I felt as though my identity as a writer was already defined, and that was so not true. As it turned out, I ended up writing more poems than fiction, and I never expected that I would go into film criticism or film journalism, but that's where life led me, I guess, at 36. So things can change, and I think that part of being a successful writer is being open to that and not pigeonholing yourself. I know it's hard not to do that. I totally did it. In some ways, everybody is encouraging you to do it. But just know that however you see yourselves now as a writer doesn't mean that's what you are. The professors I had in the English department and creative writing were the most inspired and inspiring in terms of compelling me to consider myself someone of the humanities and not thinking about myself as a future neonatologist, which is the way I thought of myself since I was 12. So yeah, I think that the experience of also just having an idea that's valued and taken very seriously by a professor is an idea that pedagogically has really informed me. I think that the way I teach now is informed by the way I was taught at Knox, especially in small discussion groups. I want to tell her something about power. I want to tell you all about power. Do you want to know what it means to work? Can your shoulders save the planet? I have weaved, I have pleased, I have learned to type on a Brother electronic typewriter. Sometimes my students think I'm a millennial. I pretend to take this as a compliment. But the fact is, I take nothing for granted. I take everything I can from the burning ship and prepare for the voyage home. I took Rob's, I think, romanticism class. Maybe it was American Romanticism specifically, I believe it was. And I wrote a paper for that class, and when I sat down and met with him, he asked me why I wasn't an English major. And my response was really insulting. I said, I would like to get a job someday. And he said, you will get a job someday. And I was a bit dubious, frankly, but I believed him, and he was right. 1. As the grisly charm of circumstance had worn itself slender, and the carriers at the post office modeled woolen pants, her options were few: die or do not. The sound of boots through snow in the dark surrounded all the city. She had red hair, nice legs, a silly way of sneezing. You'd know it if she snuck inside your hole. She'd like it if the whole place surged with light. Suddenly, the subtleties of algebra get frisky. The common factors each stand up and nip you on the neck. And angles, bitter angles, you'd find they really dig you. Not a doorway bent on keeping you out, but a cheekbone shyly brushing your wrist. One day, the sky turned carbonated, went to the head too quickly. Money was lost, then found, then trashed, and flat screens flew from the roofs. Her ankle bracelet snapped. She spilled into a puddle. Her coins escaped into moonlit air, and owls assessed the mess. The whole world was watching. The whole world was winning. To have won and lost, to have watched and learned the ropes up which daredevils climb, of which neighbor girls go skipping ahead as though their lives depended on it, to then waste one's day, one's valid ticket, on the leanest bite of woe. What of, she said, and cocked her head, exonerating no one. With the best of her Sugar Ray Leonard bob, she weaved beyond the traffic. Symphony, prosperity, the loose mares of time, homily of hominy, of long dreams and lime. Outside her glowing lounge car, igloos in space, and trapped below her collar, a gift of dark lace.